Hi everyone, let's paint together today this magnificent purple mandala 20 centimeters. So let's start it. I already prepared the base and this covered with Liquitex. This time brilliant purple. I will use another paints and obviously everything in description, all custom colors that I will use. So look below this video. We are finding the center of mandala. I'm linking the video with instruction. If you need so, you can use. And after that, with just simple tricks, making marks every 1 centimeters, I will do circles. And we are making lines every 30 degrees to make it handy for us to paint later on. And as always, we are doing this with white pencil that will be removed later on. And as I said, we are making circles. You can use tools that is available for you. I will do 4 main dots, 15mm length, but you can still do classic ones and with thin tool create shapes whatever you like, for example water drops. So I'm using, this is our Americana purple comb, 4 centimeters from the center, as you see in the video, the opposite sides, and 90 degrees from these dots, like kind of between, and 1 centimeter from the center. And with our first custom color, all materials in description box below, 2 more like that. And I make a nice surface with thin tool to make it, when it's dry out, I will place more details on the top. With 5mm length, also oval shape, I create only two on these two, with our first custom color, creating 2 oval dots, and with classic ones, I'm walking around, as you can see on the video, like that. For these two, I will create a little bit another similar but not the same details. So I'm placing 1 dot with our purple Art Americana color, like that. I'm walking around. Central one you can do a little bit bigger. And after that, what I'm doing, I'm using bigger tool obviously, and with our second custom color on a line, as you see, I'm making 3 big dots, and with smaller tool and the same custom color, I'm walking around like that. Second custom color, and the same over there. So we getting like 4 base for flowers, but with a little bit different shapes. 2 like that and 2 like that. This is the brushes that will be handy for you. I'm just showing you, for example, this, I believe these 2 will be like handy, and these 3 in a case. We'll see how it goes. So with small or middle-sized brush, and starting 1 centimeter around, so we are like looking on this line, and we are playing around this one line. So what I'm doing, first of all, with our second custom color, I'm starting over there, leaving some space between strokes, and from the line, so 5mm up, I'm starting making 2 more strokes, and we're getting like this open flower, as you see on the video. I'm not trying to connect those. I'm leaving it like that, just open one. Our third custom color, I'm starting from the same circle as you see on the video. I'm making 2 from both sides, 2 more strokes like that. Looking at marks and making this really open flower. And the same at the opposite, like that, one and second ones from both sides, like that, 2 similar flowers. And let's play between. I'm looking at the same circle as you see, and again I'm starting with our with our first custom color, and from this line below I'm making 2 strokes, starting from the line but trying not to touch each other as you see on the video, like that. And from the upper circle I'm doing 2 more, also kind of open, not too wide but still open as you see on the video. And the similar from this side, and like that. So we are the start of these all strokes, the same circle as you see. We are trying to play around one circle like that. And now we are playing further between our flowers. Our second custom color, I'm using the same brush. This time I just pressing a little bit more like that. And 2 more from both sides, strokes like that. And the same from the opposite side, like that. One and second one. I'm adding a little bit space between. In this case, our base color working like additional color. So let's add 1 more from both sides with the same second custom color. I'm adding just the same, making it a little bit wider if you need, so you can play with the space. And again 2 more from sides and a little bit space between. So I'm using this third custom color and adding details between like that. So using this space as much as we can and making this really nice, beautiful base central part of our mandala. Playing next steps. So I'm making dots with our first custom column on every single line, on every single cross between circle and next circle from our base painting as we made already, and our lines. It's difficult to explain, but you obviously can see on the video, like that. And now with a smaller tool, I'm making with the same first custom color smaller dots between. I'm not using additional lines, but I kind of can see middle line between, like that. And what next? Next, with a thin small tool, 1.5 millimeter, and our purple coal Americana, I'm making such simple, adding such simple details. So what we are technically doing? We are doing 2 dots from both sides on our bigger dots, and after that I'm walking around towards the center, towards these smaller dots. And you see this really simple trick giving us this really nice ornament and really unusual. And this is giving us like a new fresh idea how we can literally paint our mandalas. And we like that, moving around. Don't rush with these small details. Take your time. Our base color literally helping us to create these nice shapes because it's not black and it's giving like already the color. And slowly moving like that. Really nice. As you can see, as I like to joke, we can leave it like that, but we will do a little bit more. So I'm using 1 centimeter length, again oval shape dot, and you see I'm placing those on the lines and our last circle. But you definitely can use just classic one. You don't need to make it too big. And the color is, I'm using our purple cow. I forgot to say it's purple cow base. And after that, with small brush, I will make small flowers around like that. I'm starting with our third custom color, the darkest one. Really simple. You can see on the video, it's already, we are playing a little bit unusual. So we did create a big flower at the center, and we can do small ones around. Usually we are doing the opposite. We are starting with small one and going bigger towards the edges, but why not? We can do this time like that. The next one is our second custom color. The color is like between. And as you see, I'm doing from the same base, I'm just creating a little bit bigger, the same brush, but because I'm pressing a little bit more on a brush, we are creating nice flowers like that. Sorry for the noise. And after that, our lightest first custom color, and a little bit, I'm starting a little bit lower, as you see, and the same way, the same brush, making our small flowers. As you see, I'm starting from different levels, and this giving this nice shape of flowers. You can use definitely even smaller brush. As you see, it's at this point really possible to use small brushes like that. Really nice. And let's do more with our third, the darkest custom color. I'm starting a little bit up and moving around, making these nice petals, playing with this space, making a little bit more interesting with these really simple and small tricks. As you see, just because we are starting from different levels, this making our flowers more interesting and definitely making us play with this space like that. And you see camera a little bit playing with colors, but this color really nice and warm purple. As I said, all materials in description. Really nice. Let's play a little bit with this space, if you left some, as I do, with the same brush and our purple cow Americana. I'm making just 2 strokes like that. I'm ending those in the same space, as you see, and I'm playing, obviously trying to play in between our flowers like that. So it's already so beautiful. You can see I can leave it like that, but when it's dry out, I will remove all marks and we will add some additional detail with 3D drops. So leave it like that and come back later on. So everything dry out, look at how beautiful it is already. As I said, we can leave it like that, but obviously we still can play a little bit more with the details. So I will do Nuvo Art 3D drops. This is Wisteria purple and Cloud 9. So you can use the other one as you want. So as you see, what I'm doing, I'm adding 3 small one and at the end bigger drops, and with thin tool I'm dragging towards the center like that and making some small additional details. Over there I will add Cloud 9 drops, again 3 small ones like that, and one then like bigger one, to add enough material to drag it towards the center. This should be separated from each other, as you remember how we are working with 3D drops, and dragging towards the center like that, cleaning our tools every time. And look at this, it's even nicer if this is even possible. Let's play around a little bit. With this Wisteria purple, I'm adding drops on these small ones, as you see, only on small ones. Like that. I want to add this at the center to understand what I want to add more. And with the same, I decided to go over there, like small details, like that. And Cloud 9 again, I'm adding to this big one. You see this trick that we are working with 2 colors of 3D drops, giving like even more and more details to make it even more and more interesting. Let's do more at the center, Cloud 9. Not too big, really small one, just to show where is the center of mandala. Also Cloud 9 over there between these 2, where we started with lighter color, as you see. And I'm using even needle. I'm dragging material between strokes. That's why I wanted to leave a little bit space between strokes. And over there, I decided to go with also the same one, but I'm not dragging down. I'm leaving it like that. And Cloud 9, with our Wisteria purple, I'm making small one on the top of these ones and a little bit bigger one below to drag again, make nice tails like that. If you did classic circle one, you can add a little bit on the top. So literally use this video as a tutorial, as inspiration. You can obviously add more details, you can change colors, you can do whatever you want and create your own art. And dragging down with thin tool, just remember to clean it between, because when it's a lot of material on a tool, it's making so not nice the final result. And Cloud 9 between these strokes that we were added already. And again, with thin tool or needle, drag between the strokes material. You can correct if it's not exactly as you want it. And finishing, going like that. As you see, it's not so difficult. It's more like we don't know how to create this. But at the end, when you're looking at the result, you can understand that it's not really difficult. You just need to practice. That's all. So how beautiful it is already. Hope you enjoy this video. Please subscribe, press like button, enjoy your painting, enjoy the process, and see you next video. Bye.